Open up to Luke 18 and verse 31. And he took the 12 aside and said to them, Behold, we are going up to Jerusalem, and all things which are written through the prophets about the Son of Man will be accomplished. He will be delivered to the Gentiles, will be mocked and mistreated and spit upon. And after they have scourged him, they will kill him, and on the third day he will rise again. He told them, we are going up to Jerusalem. Up to Jerusalem. There are several other verses in the New Testament where it says that they were heading up to Jerusalem. Up. Why? Up. Why does it say up? Why doesn't it say going down to Jerusalem? Or just going to Jerusalem? Because Jerusalem is on the mountains. Jerusalem is on Mount Moriah and Mount Zion. And so whenever you go to Jerusalem, you have to go up. Even if you came from a higher place, you have to go down and then up to get there. So whenever you go to Jerusalem, it is always considered going up. In Hebrew, aliyah, from the root word oleh, to go up. The journey is called aliyah, to go to Jerusalem. And it's called that way, that name, because not only physically, but spiritually, you're going up. In synagogues around the world, when someone is called to the pulpit or the bima, it is called aliyah. When they're calling to go to the Torah or the bread, it's aliyah, going up. Whenever you go to God, it's going up. When Jewish people, when God began gathering them back to Israel from the nations, to go to Israel was called aliyah. To go there because you're going up because Jerusalem's there. Aliyah. And in Israel, there are two kinds of people. There are also people who leave Israel and they go to live in the nations, or they for a time. The ones who go to Israel are called the olim, which means the ones who have gone up. Those who have come from the nations, gone to Israel, it's the olim, the ascenders. That's what it means. That's what they're called. That's what they call each other, the ascenders. Those who leave Israel are called the yiradim, the descenders. Those who have gone the other way. Messiah, his whole life was going to Jerusalem. His whole life, everything was geared, aimed, focused to Jerusalem. His whole life was going up. His whole life was going up. His whole life was an ascending, ultimately a sacrifice to God, an ascending to God. And we, if we are his, we follow in his footsteps. We say, I want to walk in the footsteps of the Lord. Well, if you follow in the footsteps of Messiah, you must be going up. You are making aliyah. Your whole life is an aliyah. It doesn't mean it's going to Jerusalem there, but you're going to the heavenly Jerusalem. So your whole life is an aliyah, means you are going to higher ground. This message is called higher ground. The nature of life is either it's growing or it's dying. And even this is pictured in terms of going up, going down. Over the hill. You're up, you're going up the first part of your life. Some of you are going up. And then some of you are on a holding pattern. You're somewhere near the top of the hill. You're not exactly sure where the top of the hill is. You're not sure. You think you went past it, but you're not quite sure. You hit it. You don't know when. Now you're in a holding pattern, just waiting for the bottom to fall out. You're like on the sled waiting to go down. It's just like, and some of you are so far, you can't even see the hill anymore. That's how far. But that's what life is like. Physically, it's either growing or it's getting old. If it's not doing one or the other, then it's not alive. Then it's dead or frozen. And many believers are dead and frozen. Many churches are frozen. If you say, praise the Lord, in some church, the congregation starts melting. That's how either it's going up or down. The olim or the yiradim. The ascenders or the descenders. When it comes to your physical body, you pretty much know, which one you fall into. you pretty much know your body's going up, your body's going down. And for many people, it's literally going down. Your face is going down, your stomach is going down. When you look at, and that's the way it is physically. That which is alive is either up or down, but it never stays still. Never stays still. You're always changing. They say your body is always, the body you have now is not the same as it was. I mean, not just, that, but 7 years ago, they say the whole body is replenished. It is always, never stay still. The new birth is alive, so it must be growing. If you're alive in Messiah, you have to be growing. You have to be continuously growing, which is to continually go higher, ascend. Unlike the physical life, it never has to stop growing or it never has to go down. You never have to get old in the Lord. It says in the Bible, it says, what does it say? Though outwardly we are wasting away. Isn't that beautiful? Or the New American Standard. Though our outer man is decaying, inwardly we are being renewed day by day. The outside gets old, we know that, but in the spiritual it's not like that. We are not to get old in the spirit. We are to keep growing every day of our life until we meet the Lord. If you stop growing in the Lord, you get old. If you stop growing in the physical, you get old. If you stop growing in the Lord, you get old. If you've gotten old in the Lord, if these things are old to you, then you have stopped growing. In the natural, there's little you can do about it. You can exercise, you can eat more vegetables, you can throw more makeup on, but let's face facts. The outer man is going. But in the supernatural, there is everything you can do about it. You are supposed to. For the believer, you are never to stop growing. Always keep growing. In the spiritual, it's a choice you have. In the spirit, nobody ever has to get old. The secret is keep growing.
To find out how you can receive more of Jonathan's teachings, to receive special free gifts, or get in touch, go to hopeoftheworld.org or call toll-free 1-800-YESHUA-1. That's hopeoftheworld.org or call 1-800-YESHUA-1. That's 1-800-937-4821. You can also get more at Jonathan Cahn's Facebook page or write us direct at Hope of the World, Box 1111, Lodi, New Jersey 07644, USA.